African American voters expect their presidential candidate to at least talk about the issues that face our community. But did we hear any of those issues discussed last night at the Republican debate? Even Hillary Clinton has done and said a few things that in her past she may need to apologize to the African American community for. But despite it all, the CBC PAC endorsed her.
Not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel.
And so it is with that background that the CBC PAC, in its vote, with no votes for Mr. Sanders and 2 abstentions because of individuals' capacities and responsibilities, voted to make sure that we endorsed Hillary Clinton to be the Democratic nominee and the next president of the United States of America.
If the African American vote is so precious and sought after, why aren't the presidential candidates using these issues as an opportunity to connect with African American voters? Still here on the panel are Ralph Chittum's Senior Vice Chairman, D.C. Republican Party, Will Jawando, former White House, Obama White House official. Thank you very much. My teleprompter. Barbara Arnwine and Dr. Christopher Metzler. So, with that being the case, where is this black vote if the black vote is so important? For example, on the Republican side, Marco Rubio said last night on the stage, and then said also in South Carolina with Nikki Haley standing there, we have Nikki Haley, we have myself, and I forget the former senator from South Carolina that was there with him. You know, Tim Scott. Yeah. This shows the diversity of the Republican Party, but that to me seems to be the politics of pigment and personality, not the politics of policy, because I don't see them offering a thing.
Well, it's the issue is diversity of viewpoints, diversity of perspectives. I thought I had to laugh when he said that last night, because I said that's like saying that Clarence Thomas being on the Supreme Court is diversity.
It is.
It's pigmentation. It is not. Has the man spoken once? He has never asked one question from the bench. He brings no diversity.
He's written.
He brings no ideas. And what he's written is anti-VRA, is all the rest of this. Listen, what I wanted to hear somebody ask last night was about jobs. I wanted to hear somebody ask last night about educational opportunity. I wanted to hear someone last night ask, what about a black woman on the Supreme Court? I wanted to hear somebody take it to them. I love the woman from Telemundo. She was the best journalist that we've seen on these debates, frankly.
And to your point, if you're going to spend $100 billion rebuilding the military, as Kasich talked about, he put a number on it, but Rubio and Cruz also and Trump also talk about rebuilding the military. Where's that money going to come from? And if you use $100 billion to rebuild our military, how are you going to pay for your schools? How are you going to rebuild your infrastructure? How are you going to take care of the people in your country?
Well, we're talking about the black vote, right? And black people in this country, from chattel slavery to mass incarceration, have had to pick between often not great options, right? The Republican Party early on of Lincoln, freed the slaves, did great things, and then we had to figure our way through the Dixiecrats, and now here we are today. And you have a party, to your point, on the Republican side that is talking about none of those issues that impact the black community, education, how we're going to take care of our families, child care, which is dramatically expensive. And at least on the Democratic side, and full disclosure, I've been endorsed by the Congressional Black Caucus PAC, which you know, but at least they're talking about those issues and being pushed and addressing issues affecting the African American community. I think at the last debate they had, they spent 10, 20 minutes on issues affecting the African American community. And that's what we need to call on all of our elected officials to do, to address how we move forward as a country for all of our people, and particularly black people.
Yeah, but Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
She comes out and she apologizes for something that she said about, super predators.
Right.
But she just said last year that black men who wear hoodies are scary. And then you turn around and you have the CBC PAC endorse this woman who said flat, she hasn't even apologized for that or acknowledged that she said that if you're a black man in a hoodie in America, you're scary.
Look,
now, if that's not a racist dog whistle, I've never heard one.
Look, as a black man on the panel, other than these two brothers and you, the young black man, I may be a little younger, look, you're picking between not great options all the time, right? You have to push. Our job is to push, and not that no one is perfect. President Obama isn't perfect. He's great. Senator Clinton, Secretary Clinton, Bernie Sanders. But that you have to go with the people who are going to address your issues in a policy, in a real way. That's the thing that's not happening on the Republican side.
But listen, at Megyn Kelly's Republican town hall that she did 2 nights ago, they asked the question, the Republican outreach, African American outreach director, asked a question of Ben Carson regarding racial justice issues and where did he stand. What was his response? Did you guys listen to that answer?
Obama's not black.
And well, that was one.
Was that the second?
No. What was deep was that he started talking about single black mothers.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
And about single black mothers, absent fathers. Listen,
blaming the victim.
Exactly.
Politics.
I'm so sorry. I'm so tired of that narrative. Get out of my black womb. Stop talking about it.
Right.
Because that's not the issue. If black men had jobs, if you didn't have 50% African American male unemployment in New York City
and weren't victimized by the crack cocaine, the powder cocaine,
all those other things, if you didn't have that, people would be out there marrying women. There would be a difference in our community.
Yeah.
Give us the jobs. Give us the education. Give us the opportunity. Stop blocking us with discriminatory madness. Let's make this country better.
But go ahead, Chris.
This is an amazing conversation for me. Number one, Hillary Clinton has an uncomfortable relationship with race. Let's be absolutely clear about that.
Well, what about Ben Carson?
I'll get to Ben Carson in just a minute.
You got about 30 seconds. So you got to get to Ben in 30 seconds.
All right, so I'll get to Ben Carson. Look, as it relates to the Republican Party, I believe that the party can do a whole lot better in terms of doing outreach to blacks that is not pandering. I think
it's called policy, Chris.
Yes,
it's very, 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 very simple. It's called You're engaging with Michael Steele. You're engaging with Ben Carson. You're engaging with a whole lot
of the community.
It's called policy.
Yeah.
Politics is about policy output.
And when you
without policy output, you are wasting my time.
It's educational equity. It's college affordability.
Yes.
It's a criminal justice
policies.
Those are the
substantive policies. Coming up, Grammy-nominated singer Tweet talks about her new single, Won't Hurt Me, on her upcoming album. And the Ray Charles tribute at the White House airs tonight, and we've got a sneak peek of the soul singing coming your way. It's 40 past the hour. Stay with us. We'll be right back.